Do you know who was the best cinematic universe out there? Warner Brothers.
You serious?
But today we are not going to talk about cinematic universes, because we are going to talk about Marvel, specifically the X-Men, because Marvel has the best female superheroes in the world, and amazingly also the prettiest. As you can see, we have Invisible Woman, who blesses us in the middle of our screens. I was going to make a great segue including Invisible Woman, but there's absolutely nothing I can segue to. So let's just do this. Today we are looking at our favorite waifus from Marvel, specifically their X-Men team. Now we have Mystique, Storm, Psylocke, X-23, Emma Frost, Invisible Woman, Jean Grey, Kitty Pryde, Scarlet Witch, Rogue, and some unknown hero that no one knows about. Now who shall we begin with? Let's go with alphabetical order and start with someone who has appeared in the MCU, and it is of course Wanda Witch. And Wanda Witch, she is the most powerful member of the Avengers in the MCU, so it is fitting that we start with the most powerful superhero that has ever graced our screens. Now, where shall we place Wanda? Now, I know she made a sitcom, so she makes the perfect waifu, because sitcoms are usually funny, which means that she might be in the Black Cat category, but also she did entrap an entire town, which, you know, bumps her a few pegs down the list. Saying that, I think she shall be put into C tier because, well, it kinda balances out, you know?
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
So, we shall put her right in the middle, which is the C tier. I couldn't think of a name of the C tier, so I just called it C ... As you can see, we have some references here. We have S, Superior Spider-Man, and Amazing for Amazing Spider-Man. We have Black Cat, the greatest female in all of Marvel. Of course, she's not an X-Men, so she can't be included in here. And then we have, the dreaded C tier, which just means nothing. We have Deadpool, because he's a D-list hero. You have Emma, which is supposed to be Emma Frost. I just didn't put the Frost, because she's ice cold, and ice cold is the opposite of hot, so she's way down there. And then we have the Fantastic Nuts, or just the Fantastic Nut, because they're just women who are not fantastic. And of course it's a reference to Fantastic Four. Let's see here, we have Mystique. Now, Mystique is definitely one of the greatest waifus ever, because she can transform. Is it transform? I believe it's transform. It's called transforming, right? Oh no. She can shapeshift into whoever, I don't know, they want, she wants, he wants. I mean, to me she looks like a female here. But, you know, considering she's a shapeshifter, they could be anyone. Which means that if you prefer men, women, or both, she is the perfect superhero for you. Or in this case, the perfect waifu. So by that logic, she can only be put in the superior category. Next up, we have Jubilee. She apparently appeared in that X-Men 90s series or whatever. She's apparently a kid, so she shall not be considered. So we shall put her in the Fantastic Not, because on this channel we are not.
All right, I see. Peter Fine.
On the opposite side of the known list, we have Rogue, one of the most well-known and famous X-women out there. It is, well, I just said her name, it's Rogue. Now, I have no clue what her real name is, but it is Rogue. Now, what I know about Rogue is that there can be absolutely no human contact, and no human contact means that she probably doesn't make for the best waifu, considering the only reason you love someone is because you can touch them. That is real connection. So for that reason, she places in the Emma tier, for the sole reason that she can't be touched, because if she touches you, she gets your powers, but if you don't have powers, then what happens to you? Do you just die? So, and I've seen the X-Men Evolution, and when she touches someone, nothing good happens, so unless she's clothed. But like, then again, the clothes are not gonna protect your... Let's not go there. Let's just put her in the Emma tier.
Okay, but you better not, like, lay me out.
Next up, we have Invisible Woman. It is Sue Storm. She can turn invisible, which is really good because that means wherever you are, she can do the dirty on you, which means that she automatically goes in the superior list. Next up, we have Emma Frost. Now, Emma Frost is a strange case because I believe more so than Frost, she actually turns into diamonds if you are seeing the X-Men First Class. Emma Frost is probably the sexiest designed Marvel, I don't know, hero or villain. I don't know where her affiliation is, but she has been designed to be good looking. But then again, she is ice cold, which means if you touch her, if you're gonna cuddle her, it's just gonna be a very cold night, which means that cuddling with Emma Frost is probably not the best experience. But considering she's so good looking, as you can see right here, she has great features. For that alone, I think she deserves the Black Cat tier because Black Cat is also one of the most well-developed heroes, or villains I should say, in Marvel, so she fits perfectly into the Black Cat tier. Next up, we have Storm. Now Storm takes an absolute age to actually use her powers, which is very inconvenient because if you get into trouble, you're probably gonna be dead before she even gets that thunder down. I mean, if you have seen the movies, she takes an absolute age to actually use her powers, which means that she's pretty ineffective when someone is at close range. For that reason, she shall be placed in Fantastic Knot. But considering she has grey hair and grey hair is like the sexiest thing ever, I think that she dethrones Invisible Woman and becomes second on my superior list. X-23. I don't know a lot about this character either. I know she is the daughter of Wolverine. I mean, that's why she has claws. And the reason that she has 2 claws is that she's 4 years old. So again, she cannot be considered. You may say that she doesn't look 4 years old here, but she has an accelerated growth factor, which means that she grows really quickly. But then again, she does that X, which means it cancels it out. I mean, I'm trying to use logic here. I think so. 4 years old, but she crosses it out, which means that she could probably maul you.
By all accounts, it doesn't make sense.
I mean, if she is Wolverine's daughter, which she is, then, you know, she got some anger issues. And a woman with anger issues, as they say, is great. She goes into the amazing tier. Psylocke. I mean, for that backside alone, she just goes into the Black Cat tier.
But why? Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
Jean Grey. Where shall we place Jean Grey? Now, depending on who she is, she can either be evil or good. She's good as Jean Grey, but as the Phoenix, she is evil. Now, Jean Grey is probably the most famous X-Men there is. And you know me. No, you don't. You don't know me, but I'll tell you now that redheads are perfection, okay? We have Jean Grey, redhead. We have Mystique, redhead, which I didn't mention. We have Mira from DC Comics, redhead. Poison Ivy, redhead, and I had someone else in mind. I just can't remember who exactly. The Little Mermaid has red hair, but I don't know why I'm mentioning her. She's like 16, so scrap that. And for the sole reason that she is famous and has red hair, which means that she probably has a lot of money, which I'm going to need, she goes into the amazing tier. Next up, we have a superhero with no name. It is Kitty Pryde, because she can't think of a superhero name, which makes her obsolete by logic. But Kitty Pryde, I mean, for the sole reason that she was played by Elliot Page, which was really hot playing Kitty Pryde. And the reason I got to know the character alongside X-Men Evolution. And I wish we saw more of Kitty Pryde in the X-Men movies, but unfortunately we didn't. I think she deserves to go in, let's see, I mean, she can't go in the Black Cat tier, so she can go into the C tier, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I can't even remember what I said about Scarlet Witch. She's that useless. But yeah, that is my tier list for the best X-Men waifus. As you can see, there's no one in the Deadpool tier. I'm not sure why it is there if I wasn't going to put anyone in there. But that just means that Deadpool is goated because no one else is in that tier, which makes it an exclusive tier and by logic that means Deadpool is the greatest X-Men of all time.